Hey you, so on this video, adding value to your silver stack, I'm just going to be going over a few methods and things that I've done to do exactly that. So before I jump into this, I'd like to say if you haven't done so already and like what you see / hear, please do go ahead and subscribe, and also let me know anything that you may have done that adds some value to your silver stack, and I'll just touch upon what I mean by that now. And that is, outside of silver, as many people would say, and it's just the raw element that's needed, all of this fancy stuff, and you're talking any type of collector coin or any other type of coin is just worthless. So somebody could say a generic stacker, for instance, could give the argument that it's all about getting it as close to spot as possible. That's the aim of the game. And to a degree, I can totally agree with that and understand that, especially depending on where you are on the planet, country-wise. But, I would say, for instance, somebody stacking generic weight would pick up, I don't know, let's just give an example, a 1 ounce coin or a 100 ounce bar as close to spot as possible. And for them to see gains in that, you're literally playing the spot race and then waiting for outcomes that are happening now in the global economy or something drastic to happen to see that shoot up and then you gain. I would say if you get into other coins, there's more to factor in. So they are tied to spot, i.e. tethered. When it goes up, it goes up. When it goes down, it goes down. But that's not necessarily the case when you look at other types of coins. And that's going to be the ones that I'm referring to here. And even methods when I'm saying adding value to your stack. Because if you was to be opposite the generic stacker, they are only increasing in value as the spot price goes up, and then they're decreasing also. But you could get into stuff like this and see increases over time because of its, collectability, because of its rarity. The same goes for these old antique rare bars, for instance, and these are things I'm not so much into. I've mentioned many times I like to stick to what I know and what I'm comfortable with, so that's always going to be the modern stuff for me. There's most definitely money to be made in it. I'm sure there's a lot more money to be made in a lot of the older, rarer, ancient caveman coins and bars. But for me, this is my comfort zone and what I feel comfortable trading and understanding and even learning in. So when I'm saying adding value, I'm just going to go over some things that I've done, i.e. and even just throw a few things out there. So once again, if you've added value to your stack outside of just spot price, let me know down below in the comments. And if you lost, because it goes both ways here. With a lot of what I'm going to be showing here, it's going to be modern collector coins. If you pick wrong, as I always stress, you're going to be devaluing your stack, so you're going to be adding losses to your stack. But ultimately, I say it's not drastic. It's not that bad. I mean, you can get fancy pantsy 1 ounce proof coin anywhere from $100, 70 euros, 60 pounds, 70 pounds, and it can fail. And then I would say you lose 50%, half. Is that bad? Yes. Put that into the grand equation of everything else you lose or do in life, and it's nothing. And then also of what you spunk every day of the week to never be seen again, it's nothing. But in the end of the day, you're getting into this to save money, not lose money, and make your stack increase. You always want to pick right and pick wise. So here's a couple of things, and it's a range of examples here because I've been asked a few times about kilo coins, and as I've said before, if you watch the older archived videos, you'll see that at once upon a time I did have a very, very large amount of kilo coins, but this is just one of a few that I now have. It was picked up, I can't remember what the trade was. I think this was somebody else and they ultimately ended up pulling out. But have these add value to my stack, i.e. the kilo coins, and just give a rundown of what they've done for me. Have I lost stacking these or gained? These were okay, but ultimately I decided to jump out of them. The kilo coins, the most popular that I've traded about was the Perth Mint ones. The Perth Mint Lunar coins have their hot spots and their lukewarm spots and their cold spots in terms of sizes and even years and even the coin it is. The Dragon was a very popular coin. You could get picking up, it was fairly reasonable. These, I wouldn't call them high premium, I would call them medium to high depending on the time frame. But this one here was more of a highly desirable coin because it's a Dragon, so I decided to keep this on for myself. Has it added value to my stack? With a spot increase, it increases. With a spot decrease, it doesn't necessarily decrease, especially in certain parts. I could sell this to a dealer for a small premium, so it most definitely has done its job. I wouldn't go back into stacking kilo coins. You can pick them up I believe you can get the koalas, even the kangaroos, I'm not mistaken. Very close to spot. So are they better options? It's all on what you want. You know, from what I've experienced, liquidating these onto dealers can be somewhat tricky-ish. So although you may think, oh, look, I'd stack a load more kilos, I can, save on the premiums wise, get a couple of ounces on the house. Sometimes getting these, they can be, I wouldn't say cumbersome for dealers moving on, but they're not going to jump for joy, but then again, each and every dealer is different, so it's always best to check with your dealer. But for me, kilo coins have added value to my stack, but I ended up liquidating damn near 99% of all my kilo coins, and only hold ones that don't carry an insane high premium. I've had kilo coins in the past, if you remember, that carried an insanely high premium, but this has more than definitely added some value to my stack. It hasn't ended up being in a situation where it decreased and I was losing value on my stack. So taking a look at these are all going to be a range of coins that I've used that I've either lost or gained and added some type of value and even lost value on my stack, and just giving the rundown on these here. So looking at these half-ounce Lunar 2 Tigers, these were interesting because, as I mentioned, you got the lukewarm, hot, cold. With Lunar 2, the half ounces from the beginning of the series were very hot pieces. So you had the mouse, the bull, and the tiger were the two with very low mintages. The mouses were damn near selling for the price of 2 ounces and some. So it's still very, not as hot as before. And in future, I'll get up to that, doing video updates on those. But still, if you wanted half ounce Lunar 2 coins, you'd want the mouse. And then secondly, you'd want the bull. And then third, it's going to be the tiger. But then if you're looking at it in terms of good resellability, just for someone that doesn't know a damn thing about coins, you got a mouse, a bull, and a tiger. What's going to go first? The predator. So these were good. I picked these up, and timing is also key. So I'll jump on that in a second. Got these, dealer had a pack of these in. I'd done an unboxing when I picked these up. I picked these up for damn near what they cost at the time, or what a standard box would cost. I could have and should have liquidated half of what I picked up at the time, and I would have made a great profit. But that's just another one coin that I had that I didn't act upon at the time. Did I sacrifice making large gains? Yes. The Lunar 2 coins have been extremely hot at one point, and I would say they're lukewarm now. There's nothing you can do about that. It just is what it is. You're not getting the same profits that you could have got when it was peak. It was just one of those things to strike while the iron was hot. Still highly desirable coins though. If I was going to be sitting on any that was, I could have reached peak price and didn't, but still want to hold on to them because I think they've got a lot of potential. It's going to be the tigers once again. Shifting a tiger as opposed to some of the other animals. For me personally, just from the everyday person, I think it would be a lot easier shifting the tiger. But it's all going to play on the person and even how good this design looks. I think it looks great. But these most definitely did add value to my stack. The size, half ounce coins is not a coin or size I'm looking at in the near future, unless something comes out with a new collector coin and is highly desirable. I've got no intention of picking up anything half ounce wise. Once upon a time, as I mentioned, it was Lunar 2 that really shot this size into the forefront. A lot of people knew, but as time went on with the Lunar series, a lot of people were locking in on the half ounce and the mintages increased, and that was also a massive thing also. The mintages. But on a lot of these key coins, because they found happy homes, even though they was high mintages in comparison to the mintages we have today of like 25,000, these would still have a mintage of like 45,000 and upwards. They're still very hard to come across. So I know a lot of German collectors locked in on these and I've just sat on them, and that's when I got the opportunity. So looking at another ones that I was able to lock in with, I'd say this is a great example here. This is going to be the 1 ounce 2008 Kookaburra coin. Crowd favorite, arguably some would say the best. There are others I've mentioned before, 2002, I believe, 2004, just trying to roll them off the top of my head, 2009, just to name a few. But these ones hold their value well. Worldwide, different prices. In the US, this coin can sell upwards of $100 I've seen. In the UK, this is the 1 ounce we're referring to here. It varies really because this coin is readily available in Europe, so the prices really vary. Some dealers may come up with these, still selling well above the average 1 ounce price and the average 1 ounce coupe, but not upwards of the price that I've seen some US dealers coming from. So they seem to be varies. But it's still a coin where if you can pick this up for damn near what the average new Kookaburra would cost, you're always going to win. So this is a coin that done well for me. I done a massive trade with the dealer at the time. I think that was when I ended up liquidating a load of my kilo coins. So mistaken, yeah. So these have most definitely added value to my stack. The great thing about these is that these are damn near 10 years plus old. And you know they've done well. They've held their position. They've stuck with their position, and it'll be a coin as time goes on. I believe it's not going to lose its spot, and it's not going to lose its value. Whereas a lot of the other Kookaburra coins still need to jump up in value. This has been out for over 10 years now, so that should give you some type of indication to see how long it can take a coin, if hot, to really warm up, and it could take forever. So you've got to be very careful when you're picking up certain coins and ask yourself, do I have 10 plus years to wait before I can damn near make 20% off of what I initially paid? Is it worth it at the end of the day? For this one here, a gameplay and a tactic, if you are looking to add value, is if you see a hot coin now, most definitely pick it up. If it has all the characteristics, and that's a key thing you also need to look out for. But this is most definitely a good way to add value to your stack when you're looking at certain hottest coins in a hot series. You know, the Kookaburra is still a hot series. Is it as hot as it once upon a time was? It's slowed down, you know, because of the whole new mintage change. It's really affected the Kooks and the Lunas, but they're still and always going to be a fan base for them. So jumping straight off, you get these here. It's going to be the 2 ounce equivalent. These have most definitely added a lot of value to my stack because Perth no longer produce these. So you have a rare product straight away just off the bat. They stopped them, I believe, in 2009. So when you take the stoppage of them, and then also them being a low mintage, and then it also being on a rare or most desirable coin, it's a win-win really. So you know, these have added a lot of value to my stack. Pick these up reasonable price. You know, everything I'm showing here I am also trading, so I'll jump onto the trade element in a moment. But then you have stuff like this. If you're paying a premium over generic, once again, if you're not a collector and you love it, so you know, as I always say, if you love the coin and you're a collector and you're just enjoying it, disregard everything I'm about to say. But if you pick the coin up and you know you want to see it appreciate in price, you want to, if you're paying that extra premium, you want to know it's going up in price because it gives you a warm mushy feeling, or because that's what you're doing, you're in training to be a cowboy, yeehaw, then you know, be careful, because you can pick up something, pay the extra premium for it, and if you want it to go up and you're hoping it goes up and you're asking, inquiring on what I think and will it go up, it's not necessarily going to always be the case. These are very nice coins. So, you know, this one here wasn't bought with the intention of added value. Some purchases I make, I know I'm just going to be a hit or miss. It's just going to be one of those coins I have to tell myself when spot price increases, then you know it's a win. But it's always nice having and seeing this coin. I think it's a stunning piece. I absolutely love the maple leaf coins. So, you know, the Canada Mint does a fantastic job there. Here's going to be another piece that was very, very in demand, very, very hot. That's going to be the Lunar Horse. These were more of a pickup when I completed the entire range. So I had the 10 kg horse, you could see on the old backlog of videos, and I believe I just went for a full house and a full rundown of them. So this piece here, these 10 ounces carry somewhat of a premium, but it's most definitely added value to the stack. I could definitely sell this to a dealer, a European dealer, for a profit. So it served its purpose once again. There's a lot of the Queen's Beast 10 ounce coins that I'm asked about, and why I haven't done a lot of them, because I don't collect them, but I do believe at a later date they will most definitely increase over time. The 10 ounce size is one of those sizes as large as the average person's willing to go. You know, it's a step below the kilo. I don't collect them. I've never really been into the 10 ounce sizes, but I think certain series will perform better than others. Lunar 2, you know, I think it all boiled down to which design it was. Some had tiny mintages like the monkey, but you know, I still don't think they've got a bright future. That one there, it just really is what it is. Same goes here once again. We've seen the 1 ounce, we've seen the 2 ounce, this is the 10 ounce. Once again, another size with a highly desirable coin that You know, I understand this is selling for a premium. This was also when I was doing a complete run. So this is another coin at the time I just thought, you know, it was available for a pretty decent price. And I could sell it for a lot more than I purchased it for. So everything I've shown so far has most definitely added value to my foundation, my core stack that I've purchased. If I was to sell this all now, I could purchase more. The funds that I put into everything I've shown, if I would have put into foundation, with spot, I would have been doing the roller coaster ride. So when spot went down, my stack would have went down. When spot went up, as we all expected, no, it will do, my stack would have went up. But putting those funds into these coins to add value to the silver stack, spot's gone down, these coins have kept the value, you know. So when they are sold and liquidated, it's going to most definitely add value to my stack for me to increase that. Next up is going to be another favorite. I believe that these are the standard ones. So I got the Phoenix Era coins, and I wanted to combine them with a normal batch of standards. These were, if I'm not mistaken, the first wave of collector coins that Perfmint brought out the new 50k mintage. So I think these are doing well. I think these will always do well because the first in technically a new series, we've got the Tiger, Dragon. Then we had the Arrogate situation with the Perfmint Dragon Phoenix. So these have most definitely done their job. Once again, it is why a lot of people ask which ones are best to get into. Should you get into them if they have the characteristics, if you think they're going to do well? There's a lot of mints out there that are doing 5k mintage coins, and I think as time goes on, they as you know, if they keep the series going, there's most definitely potential for them to increase, especially with such low mintages and very strong designs. I know East India Company are doing quite a few that I really like that I'm going to be jumping on board at some point, hopefully just seeing what spot does. But you know, there's not many ways you can really add value to your stack. Please let me know if you know of many other ways. So when I'm saying, you know, am I going to be picking up silver? Maybe not so. But when there's opportunities, I believe, that will ultimately help you gain in the long run, then it is what it is. So this is a very interesting coin because this was one that was very similar to the 2008 coin, as many would tell you. It was a very nice design, 2016. I think this is when it all ended with the kooks. You know, I think prior to this coin, and this is an issue I personally had with Perf, even on the 2008, they've always been doing privy coins, but they kind of ramped it up. Now, to me, that just shows that things were getting a lot harder for them. But, you know, as we got to this coin here, and even prior to this coin, Perf started really getting heavy with the privies. You started getting the privy pimping, so many different variations of the coin that it became kind of, you know, it was taking a lot of value out from the coin. Although this is a very strong design, it hasn't gone up in price as many would want. It's still 2016. We may need to wait 10 years before we see what it does. But I think at this point, upon personal thoughts and opinions, they could bring out the best of the best. As long as you're going to have the crazy abusing of the privies and the likes of, who knows where these coins are going to go. Have these, you know, added value to my stack? If I was to sell these, I reckon I could break even, you know, depending on, I think I could do more trades and really gain on the end of back there. But the rest, I believe, are just all the same. So, you know, this is just one of a few ways. Another way that I've been able, and there's a prime example of the privy pimping, but these were the F15s. I've done a video on these. These sell for somewhat of a premium because the privies, hate them or love them, actually do help boost because it's just a different variant. They're rarer, so, you know, it just is what it is. But there are ways, as just mentioning, you know, with a lot of these coins, I believe on some of the Era coins, I was doing trades with people. So one Era coin, I believe it was like 7 American Silver Eagles. On these kooks, I've done trades, 5 Britannias, 5 American Silver Eagles. So in reality, in theory, it's 1 ounce for 1 ounce. But when you're trading a coin of value for a standard American Silver Eagle or Britannia, you could have got that on a very low spot price. So it just is, you can always get that coin. But when you look at one of these coins, they're selling on the secondary market for quite a fair bit. So timing is key when you're picking these coins up. And this one I was just referring to, picking up other coins now with low mintages, and that have potential, because there's also ways to add value to the stack, increasing your silver weight. And I've done quite a few trades, so putting out there again, if anybody's interested in trades, it's going to be normally just standard foundation American government minted coins, and it'll be a straight swap for swap. So on your end, if you wanted one of these desirable coins I'm showing here, I'd require more silver ounces, and then you would get the coin in question. And it works either way, you know, it's just working out how many coins. But I want to wrap this one up, guys, but this is just one of a few ways to add value to your silver stack while we're waiting for the big boom to come along. So let me know of any ways that you add value to your silver stack. And this can work against you. As mentioned, this could have easily been a pile of coins that done terribly, and I do have a pile of coins that have done terribly, and I will get that video out in time. Please bear with. So hey, I love it, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. Once again, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.